Oh, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a very exciting video, because if you are seeing this video then I'm pregnant, which is madness. That's the first time I've said it out loud. Ash doesn't know yet. Might not be smiling afterwards. No, I'm joking. Like, I know he'll be alright with it. But yeah, it's madness. I think I'm about 4 weeks gone. So yeah, I can't believe it. It hasn't sunk in yet. Although today, like the last few days, I've had real bad like indigestion-y type feelings, and I didn't quite know what that was all about. And then today I am in shock, in case you can't tell. And I've also gone off quite a bit of food as well. I want bland stuff. I want bread. I really want bread, which is not like me. I don't normally have bread. Yeah, and I can't stop weeing. It's driving me mad. It's literally like, now my brain's like, right, now you know. Like, bam, here's your symptoms. So I didn't have any symptoms before that other than a late period. So I had a couple of weeks of bliss anyway. And yeah, I can feel like bordering on sickness. So I'm anticipating that is going to start soon. But yeah, my aim with these videos going forward, I will just put a few weeks together, because I've seen other people do like week by week, and as much as that might be right for some people, I'm hoping it doesn't change too much in this early stage, symptom wise, because I've got to try and hide it for a few months in a house full of people. Yeah, not really sure what I'm going to do. I'm pretty sure by now you know that I've got a tiny room, so there's absolutely no way that I will be staying here. I'm not quite sure, no plan yet. And also, the bigger I get, Ash isn't going to be able to stay here either, because we're not going to fit in my single bed. So that's fun. But yeah, come along on this journey with me. Oh dear, like this is a great look. I look like I've been electrocuted, but I just wanted to pop on. I am now 5 weeks, 4 days, I think. So still early days. I'm having a rest, to be honest. I'm still really tired. I just thought I'd pop on and say how I'm feeling and stuff. Tired. I've got like a lot of bloating. I'm not gonna lie. I've just got like a sharp pain every so often, underneath my belly button, but like shooting downwards. And I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. And like my boobs, I can feel them getting like big. They feel heavy. Obviously they're not big, but they feel like they're there, and they're just a bit heavier. And the nausea started today, more so than any before. So yeah, that spurred me on to quickly check in on this vlog, because yeah, that was fun. I haven't been sick. I felt sick, but at the minute it's going when I eat something beige. So it's manageable at the minute, but we shall see how it progresses, and fingers crossed everything is all okay. So I just thought I would check in. I was originally going to do these once a week, but I thought I'd just check in as and when. I'm out of puff. I'm currently 6 weeks, 4 days now. Had a little bit of a stressful weekend. It's just been the bank holiday weekend, and I had a little bit of a pink discharge, which was a bit scary, but fingers crossed we're all back on track. What else to report? My nipples are on fire. Like literally, they're so sore today. And I don't know if you can really see, like I've got spots in weird, like there was one started here, hormonal places. One started here, this one's appeared overnight, this big one here, and there's a little one next to it as well. So yeah, that's not the best. I feel like it's just like here down, my skin's just like that. So fingers crossed that clears up. I haven't changed any of my skincare. I'm still doing exactly the same as what I was doing. So it's definitely hormonal. I'm very, very bloated. You can't really... I'm going to take you down. Like, I'm very bloated. Yeah, to the point that I've had to buy some maternity leggings and jeans because I just can't fit in anything. But yeah, we are going away this weekend, or for a long weekend. So I just thought I'd quickly check in here before I start packing and everything and the madness ensues. I will actually be doing a separate vlog for the weekend away, which will probably go up way before this video. So if there's any points where I sound or look a bit funny or out of breath or anything like that, this will hopefully clear that up in the future. But yeah, that's the main symptoms. My nausea comes and goes, like it's not too bad. My hunger levels are madness. Like I could literally just eat and eat and eat until I could be sick and then probably still carry on eating, which I didn't think it would be like that. I thought, like from what other people have said, I thought I wouldn't really be able to eat much, but touch wood, so far it's not been too bad. Where can I stick you? Is that right? I think that's right. So I am back checking in for my 8-week symptoms, and first thing I've got to say is I look better than I feel. I am 8 weeks and 4 days, something like that. I've had my first midwife appointment. That went really well. She's taken bloods, she did my BMI, tested my wee, all things like that. I haven't had the results back yet, but fingers crossed all is well. But yeah, so it was good to finally see somebody, because that was the first time I'd really spoken to anybody other than the doctor receptionist, which we all know what they're like, but the lady I got was very nice. In terms of symptoms, the biggest one is as soon as I hit 8 weeks, it was like nausea, full on nausea, and even more tiredness than I can bear to imagine, but that might be because of some tablets I'm on. And yeah, I ended up being sick, only the once so far, touch wood, no more. That was like, I was midway eating dinner, I was just like, no. So I went, was sick, come back down and carried on eating. It's the weirdest thing. It's not like a sickness, like when you're ill, when you get put off food, or I haven't anyway. Like, and even with the nausea I'm getting, as long as I eat little and often, like, it clears up. So it's still manageable at the minute. What else to update you on? So going to the toilet is a lot more. I feel like I need a wee all the time, which is something I wasn't prepared for this early on, I'm not going to lie. But we're dealing with it. I had a little bit of a fiasco over the weekend. We were on our way to an air show. I needed the loo. There was no loos around. So I went in a bush. Got bit by probably close to 30 either mosquitoes or midges, I don't know which they are. They look like mosquito bites, but the flies looked more like midges, and I presume that's what bit me. And then that came out in hives overnight, so that was really fun because it was literally from like waist down, just basically red lumps. So I've been using aloe vera gel on that, and I've had some tablets to take, but the tablets make me drowsy, and they also give me diarrhea, which is not fun. So I feel like this week has been my worst week so far, but I know I'm still early days, and I know it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. Yeah, I think that's all to update you on for week 8. I'll check back in if I can remember anything else, but I think that's it. Hello everyone, jumping back on for another little update. I can't even remember when I did the last one, but I am currently 10 weeks and 5 days. I had to think about that. And yeah, I feel horrendous right now. I feel really, really sick. I've had a bit of like stomach cramping, which I'm told is just things moving about. What else has happened? I can't even remember if I spoke after my midwife appointment, actually. Can't remember. I want to say I did, but I'm not sure. So anyway, that went okay-ish. Bloods came back all okay, apart from I had Rhesus negative, so I've got to have an anti-D injection in a couple of months' time. So yeah, that wasn't the best. Like, it'll all be fine. I've just got to be careful with certain things. But yeah, so I had that, and my sample came back to say that I had a UTI as well. So I'm on some very delightful antibiotics, trying to clear that up. I had a bit of a hoo-ha with the midwife, which I know is definitely something that a lot of people are experiencing in my area because they're so short-staffed. I don't know about the rest of the country, but there's only, I think it was 5 midwives that are covering pretty much like 4 towns around here. So yeah, they're very, very stretched. So I understand, like, I'm not blaming them or anything, but they asked me to do a second sample to see if it would back up the first sample, just to make sure it wasn't contaminated in any way. So I did that, and then over a week went past and nobody had contacted me, and I couldn't get hold of anybody. They weren't returning my calls, like just no communication whatsoever. So I ended up bypassing them and going back to my doctor and asking them to test me instead, to which I sent my sample in about 11 o'clock in the morning, and by 4 o'clock I had the results back and a prescription, so that was good. That kind of set my mind at ease a bit as well, because I know obviously if you can leave them, then it can lead to a lot worse, especially if it gets to like your kidneys or anything like that. And I've had kidney issues before, and I don't want them again, especially not when I'm feeling this bad. So yeah, that was that. And then the last couple of weeks have kind of just gone in a bit of a blur because I've just felt rubbish. Like 8 weeks hit, and I was really like, I wanted to get to 8 weeks because that was when I would have my appointment. And I remember going into the midwife, yeah, like it's all, you know, it's not too bad. I'd had like the bit of pink discharge, which I think I mentioned previously, and she said that was all okay. And then yeah, I had a little bit of spotting, but it was like old blood, it wasn't new blood, so they weren't concerned about that. And the tiredness is gone. The brain fog is still very much here. The tiredness is gone as much as it can. She says that she's yawning. But it's just a sickness now. That's definitely the worst. I wake up feeling sick, and I feel sick pretty much until I go to bed. On and off now. Last week was just constant. It's a bit more on and off now, but I actually wake up in the middle of the night because I feel sick, which I don't like. I'm not gonna lie. I found mini cheddars. As always, that helped me, so I've literally got packets everywhere. So yeah, that's really the main symptom. I'm starting to get a little bit of a bump now, rather than just the bloating, which has its good points and bad points. Like, I'm glad that it's all, you know, it's moving along and stuff, and whatnot, but at the same time, it's getting harder and harder to hide, with the wanting to run to the toilet all the time to be sick, and with like me getting a bit of a belly. I told one workplace yesterday. Oh, I'm so tired. I told one workplace yesterday, and they were really lovely about it. Obviously sad that I'll be going, but yeah, they were really lovely. And I think I'm going to tell the other workplace tomorrow, so fingers crossed. I would imagine they'll be lovely because I'm like an in-situ cleaner, so I work for another company, but I go into their store. So like in a nice way, as much as I get on with them and I know they like the work that I do, I can be replaced in an instant, so I can't see that being a problem, but I am more nervous to tell them. I don't know why, but I am. So yeah, I'm booked in for my scan in a couple of weeks' time. Thankfully, I have the scan booked in on the Monday, and then from the Tuesday onwards we're at RIA, which I'm looking forward to, but slightly worried because it says it's going to be hot. And I've done 2 weeks, the past 2 weeks when I've been ill, there's been a heat wave. They reckon it's the hottest June on record, which I just thought great. And I've done a couple of shows whilst being pregnant, and yeah, let's just say the heat's unbearable. So unbearable. I feel like it's cold today and I feel hot anyway because my temperature is like, I think they said 10 degrees higher than what it normally would be non-pregnant. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling the heat, but yeah, until the next check-in, I guess.